Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. We have got the amazing Violet who's going to join us. She has so much knowledge all around collagen. And what we wanted to do is do this short presentation just to give you more of an idea of what collagen it actually is in the body. It's a huge, huge subject. It can be very confusing, and we kind of all know we should be taking it, but why do we need to be taking it? And there's so many on the market. So what we wanted to do was just take you through everything that about collagen, how it presents itself in the body, especially as we age. And then I'm just going to give you a brief overview about our collagen here and why it's so unique. We are going to have a Q&A at the end. So if you would like to put any questions in the chat as we go through this, then we can answer those for you once we get started. So I'm going to pass you over to Violet. She actually joined the business with us for our collagen, and she will tell you all about herself anyway, but she is a chronic pain and fascia specialist and therapist, and there's nobody better to be able to explain to you more about collagen. So Violet, please tell us and share all of your knowledge that you have.
Hello, everyone. Lovely to have you on this call tonight, and want to get to know more how this amazing collagen new skin could serve you and your body and your health and well-being, not only today but actually for the future. So I'm Violet, and I'm a chronic pain and fascia specialist. I really love fascia system. Is a 3D body white, very knowledgeable system, and is a connective tissue. So you might have actually heard about that system. And this system looks very much like this glove on my hand. It surrounds everything around our body, from the ligaments and from every bone, every basically organ, nerve, and the cell. So it's actually very comprehensive, very intelligent system in our body. That supports, and as he says, we tend to say in the industry and field of fascia, that is actually our body scaffolding, because that's what actually holds us, not necessarily the bones, but actually fascia holds everything together and is responsible also for our aging process. So fascia is as a glue and your body scaffolding, as I mentioned, and it connects everything. As you can see here on this picture on your side of the thing, there is a fryer. It was built. This prototype was built last year in Germany by other things, and it shows how everything is connected from our toes all the way to our scalp, hair, and everything, and how it surrounds all the organs and body ligaments and everything. And as you can see, this lovely tissue, if it gets stuck and it gets pulled, and then can move you from alignment. So everything from the nerve ends is there. So they say when you having emotional or mental actually distresses or any injuries and impacts on your muscles or bones or the organs, it can pull everything out of alignment and actually it glues itself. So that can create the restrictions in your body. And it can prevent you with strength and flexibility. So you can lose all of that by having the fascia not working together and gluing itself. So it can, our scaffolding, our posture can change. So here I wanted to present on the left the picture. So fascia is made of collagen protein. Actually, Collagen accounts for fascia 80%. Of that is a big protein in our body, collagen, and fascia is made from collagen. So it's very much collagenous tissue. That's why recently has been discovered in recent years that is actually responsible, that very much tissue and system, for our aging. So collagen provides fascia with shape. So it determines how we look and how we age and everything on our body. Elasticity, so how much we have the skin, elasticity in our skin and the muscles, and obviously within how we elastic we are, how we move our body. Also, with the strength and the resilience it has, because as I mentioned before, it as a scaffolding. So if you think this can be actually taken apart and glued somewhere, different things can be actually pulled out of the alignment, so that we lose that strength and resilience. Collagen is also contributes for 18%, which I mentioned, of the protein, which is, if you think about it, is actually everything surrounded. Like from the behind the eye, they talk about everything around the eye, everything around our skin, hair, nails is made of collagen. And so that's why it's super important to also supplement. Loss of collagen is a visible sign of aging. As we can see in the young skin, which up to age of around 25, 30, with the collagen, our collagen produces really well, and we can see it's nicely woven within the structure. So you can give us all that flexibility, shape, elasticity, and strength and resilience. From around age of 30, that we start to actually lose collagen, and it depletes, especially around the perimenopausal and menopausal. That's where we lose that actually 30% of collagen. And as we can see, there is a breaking of the fibers, and that's when the aging process starts, because once that structure is broken, then we don't have the shape starting to loosen the elasticity. So collagen, actually supplementation can help us with so many different things, as this tissue is responsible for everything in our body and the shape. So it can improve skin elasticity and moisture and skin hydration, can gives our bones and joints their flexibility and ability to absorb impact, which is very necessary, as we actually have an impact of everything from the being hit or banging yourself anywhere, or maybe potentially having breaks. So that's and falls. That prevents us from breaking anything. Provides greater mineral bone density, which is super important for, especially for women around from age of 40. The women tend to lose that density, and especially around the menopausal and perimenopausal stages, and that may prevent like supplementation osteoporosis and osteoarthritis, so which is super important and vital as we age. Promotes healthy tissue regeneration, so it's very, very vital for those people who maybe go through the surgeries, as some of the researchers showed that collagen supplementation can reduce by 20 to 30% of hospitalization post-surgery, and the recovery process can be much better. Also, we have the reduce the joint pain and increases the muscle mass, which is super vital as well as we age, and stabilizes the dental and oral health. This is really, really important. This is something what is actually, I have seen a lot of improvement with mine. If we think that collagen supplementations helps with bone density, our teeth actually are the bones in our body. So I had amazing kind of regeneration with gum health. So it can help because obviously everything around in our mouth is made from collagenous tissue, and there is a lot of fascia involved in oral health. So that's really, really good. And it can improve also the eyesight because fascia surrounds everything around the pupil, retina. So that's another thing where I have seen really good improvements. If I'm not super consistent with taking collagen, I can see the changes, but I had amazing improvements with the eyesight because obviously collagen supplementation was creating that hydration in the tissue, helping me to create much more healthier and rebuild the natural collagen and support all of that. So we talked about the hydration. When fascia is well hydrated, it can flow smoothly around, everything can flow smoothly around the body and structures and conduct electrical current. A lot of actually people don't understand, they don't know that actually this is like this lovely socket here. We can move as my hands, and that's information, all sorts of information from the nervous system, because the nerve ends are embedded in that system called fascia. They can create the much quicker information gains, so therefore our emotional and cognitive behavior, and also all the electrical currents, so your responses are much better, and the stability. So when a fascia is dehydrated, it glues structures, creating that pulling. So what I meant by that, when you create the pulling and restriction, fascia's restriction is as heavy as 1 ton, which is 1,000 kilograms per square inch. You can imagine that's about a horse or are 2 horses on a square inch. So if you're having that fascia system, connective tissue very much dehydrated, that's that gluing started to actually create the restrictions and pull everything downwards, regardless wherever it is. So that restrictions would prevent us and that flow of information. You may use the energy because obviously your body is fighting the dehydration, and the injury and the restriction is obviously pulling you. So all of that is super vital, because if we're losing energy by that restrictions, that's gonna be impacting the body in all sorts of phases, not only the skin for the aging, but also our cognitive, how we function. It can pull the organs out of alignment, which that means can create chronic illness and pain. And
Wow.
that's down to Sam.
Thank you,
Any
Violet. Do you know, I'm just sat here thinking every time you come on, I feel like I learn something different. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you. Or I hear something different in it. So thank you very much for that. It was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take you through more about our collagen. So we've already won awards. We literally won awards for our collagen not very long after it was actually we actually released it first in the US just about 2 years ago, I think it was, in the US. So this is a daily supplement drink, and it's actually really nice flavour. So it's in a sachet, and you get 30 sachets in a box. So it's for a month's supply. I just mix it into a small amount of water like that, and I either have it with my other supplements or around the time that I have food, because this does help with absorption. So when you're looking and taking a supplement, it is a collagen. It's all about the absorption. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about why ours is different. So our supplement has third-party double-blind placebo clinical trials by Duke University in the US on the actual end product, which is really important. So they actually tested this product here. So our scientists, what they did, they identified a very unique bioactive peptide. So the collagen is too big a molecule to absorb. So it's all about having a peptide for the highest amount of absorption. And they found that with ours, we had a 90% absorption into the bloodstream. With the bioactive peptide that they identified, it's almost like having the fingerprint um, and the highest stimulatory effect of unlocking our collagen production in our cells. So this is the thing, because you can't put collagen in, it's all about stimulating our own collagen production. That's what it's all about. It's like having the key that goes into the receptors in the cell and switches on our collagen production. So a lot of companies have a very high amount of collagen in their products because generally they're obviously too big collagen, the molecule, and the peptides. So it's literally, if you can imagine, it's like having a big bowl of spaghetti, throwing at the wall and just seeing what sticks. And anything that doesn't absorb is just eliminated out through the waste system. This is why it was really important when they identified our peptide that is in here, that our product is 2.5 milligrams, because we didn't need more than that to get the results we have. And at the end of the day, it's all about the results. So imagine you've just produced this lovely new collagen. Well, we're hit by lots of free radicals and all the things like Violet's just been talking about, the aging process. So once we've produced this nice new collagen, we needed, or our scientists wanted to put a really powerful antioxidant, which forms a protection around the cell to prevent our lovely new collagen from being broken down. And this is why we have lutein in our added in to protect our new collagen. So it's a very, very powerful antioxidant. It's also very good for the eyes as well. We also have phytoceramides because, like Violet was saying, it's all about the hydration in the body as well. It helps everything to move. And now we know why. So the more hydrated the fascia is, the easier our bodies can not just move, but it's all about the whole function and all the signals and cognitive thinking. It's everything. So they found that ceramides are a lot more hydrating in the body than hyaluronic acid, whereas hyaluronic acid is very, very good for the outside of the skin, loves hyaluronic acid, but on the inside, they found that phytoceramides were a lot more hydrating. Now, the reason that I'm telling you that is because I know a lot of other collagens do have hyaluronic acid added in there. And I did think to myself, I wonder why ours isn't. And it's all down to the hydration on the inside and the moisture and how the body can utilize that. And that's why we have phytoceramides. So we have a selection here just to show you some people and their results that we have had from the collagen. But I would actually like to just bring on somebody that that has been taking our collagen. I'll let him tell his story anyway, himself actually. So Kim, if you'd like to just unmute yourself, I'd love you to come on and tell us why you've decided to start taking the collagen, how you found it, and what's happening now.
Well, as you know, about nearly 5 months ago, I started taking it because I was talking to Rebecca and she was talking about you telling her about your brother and his knees. And I was suffering from osteoarthritis at the time. So I thought I'm going to try anything to try and stop the pain in my knees. Started taking it, and gradually over time, I noticed my joints were freeing up, like in my neck and my shoulders. It wasn't a lot in my knees for a while. But after about 3 months, I started to realize I could walk a lot easier. And I was quite slow at walking to start with. And then I was walking out with the wife, taking the horses out in the field, and she said, "Hang on a minute, what are you doing right behind me?" You was miles away the other week, and it gradually got to the point where I could walk faster than she could. couple of 3 weeks ago, I actually went in and had the operation on both my knees, had them sorted out, and now I'm pretty sure it's helping me get over it because they're all quite surprised in the hospital and everything. I could move around so quick. So
Really?
yeah, and I did notice I had to stop taking it the week before I went in, and all my joints started stiffening up again. So I couldn't wait to get back on it again when I came out. So yeah, it's marvelous stuff. I think, I pay double what we pay for it now to just to keep on it. So it's well
Wow.
worth it.
That is huge. That's a huge testimonial, Um, and also, for them to say how quickly, because, it's something that is very difficult to measure, isn't it? When you talk about how quickly you recover, we know it's going to help with recovery, but
Yeah.
it's always something that's very, very hard to measure. Actually, that's such a powerful testimony because I know obviously, you were waiting for your knee operations. So for them to say how quickly you've been moving around after is absolutely brilliant.
Well, the
Um,
physio actually told me to stop showing off when I went in on Wednesday.
really?
Yeah,
And
because I could
how
maybe.
long is it?
Sorry,
3 weeks or 4 weeks since you had your op?
it's 3 weeks yesterday.
Wow.
So I went in for the physio. No, physio was Thursday, hospital was Wednesday, and she sat me on the chair and get me to go through the motions. And where I could put my knee right underneath the table, she said, "You don't have to show off."
That
So,
is brilliant.
so it's
I'm
just
so
amazing stuff.
pleased.
Yeah,
I'm so pleased. This is what our business is all about, isn't it? Bringing this to
yeah.
people. It's absolutely fantastic. Vivian, I know you're here. I know you've also recently had some, I'm not quite
Ye-
sure what you've had done recently, but have you got anything you could share about the collagen?
Yes, actually, mine will be three
Yeah.
weeks tomorrow, and
Oh,
it was surgery to where they went in and they repaired the labrum. They repaired like I had a hip impingement, and there was like a bone spur as well. I'm actually walking without crutches, and yes, it's amazing. But I've been doubling on my collagen as well.
yeah,
So double the collagen. I do therapy twice a week. So therapists are actually surprised. They're like, we've never seen this. Like the movement is perfect. Like the way it's going. I'm doing an hour and 30 minutes on the bike daily. So that's, I know, right, Violet? I know it's like, it's unbelievable. Like it's the healing is going amazing. And
mm,
nothing I would say that made a difference other than the collagen. Like that's the only thing that I've been doubling on, like I don't take even pain medication, nothing at all. So it's been such a
that's,
blessing. And I
do
listened
you-
to you some because I remember you saying that when you had yours, and that's why I made like I insisted on taking double that, so I
yeah.
would say that made a difference.
I,
It's
I
been
think so as well. I think, and if you know anybody who's had any injuries, I would just get them on double, even if it's double for a few weeks, it just would really, really help with that as well. And actually, just to share my testimonial, just as we're recording, that actually, when looking at Violet's slides, I think I see something different every time, and it was talking about muscle. So prior, probably about 5 years before I had my surgery for a hip replacement, I didn't realize, but I had about 10% muscle loss through, whatever, walking really badly, whatever it is. And even after I had my surgery, that muscle mass didn't come back. We hadn't released the collagen here then. So I was 6 months after surgery when we released ours. And after that 6 months, I still had irritation in my hip flexors because I didn't have the strength in my muscle. 6 weeks of collagen, and I was seeing an osteopath. I could barely walk when I first went to her. And 6 weeks of taking collagen, that was the only thing I did different. The muscles were all back. I had no irritation in the hip flexor, and I went in and I was showing off. I was going, "Oh, look at me! I can do my leg." And she did my whole treatment, and she said, "There is no stress going through your body anywhere. I don't need to see you again." And I've never seen her since. I walked out absolutely gobsmacked. I just walked in thinking I was going to go, "Hey, look at me," and that was it. I haven't seen her since. But anyway, yeah, so it's absolutely fantastic and highly recommend it. So I'm just going to stop the recording.